Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you're having a magnificent Monday. It's a great Monday. We got the Buddha in the back. We're feeling good. We're sprinkling a little bit of that on you. What we're going to talk about today is how you can be the change that the world needs. So let's go ahead and get into it. So right now we're in a very interesting time in America. There's a lot of protests going on, a lot of rioting going on, and the vast majority of it centers around the racial inequality in this country. And I'm not here to take sides on it. I'm not here to imply what's right and what's wrong. I do believe that there has been a lot of social injustice going on, and I feel like this is an opportunity for us to all get better collectively and communicate in a way that's ultimately going to help us reach that next level we need to reach as a society and as a whole. So specifically what we're going to be talking about in this video is the Black Lives Matter movement. This movement has been crucial to reforming our police force, bringing awareness to what's happening, and ultimately creating a change that not only America needs to see, but also that the planet needs to see. So they've been very successful in this movement. Unfortunately, when it comes to the good things that happen, there also comes a little bit of negative and some things that are ultimately hurting the movement. And what I'll say is there is some violence going on. There is looting going on. There's rioting going on. There's violence going on. There is a lot of things that ultimately look bad on the surface and are taking this very positive movement and shining a negative light on it. And we as a society are not that violence. We're not that protesting. We're not that rioting. We're not that. We are a society of people who, in extreme conditions, come together as a whole, figure it out from a communication standpoint, and ultimately work together to make our society better. So there has been a lot of good that's been happening, but also some bad things that have been happening. So what I've done is I've made the decision to, rather than look at negative news, and you need to decide what that negative news is for you. For me, it's the CNNs, the MSNBCs, the Fox Newses. A lot of these, unfortunately, realize that negativity creates more momentum than positivity does. So I've changed my news outlets from negative news over to positive news. And there are 4 or 5 great websites I've seen on there that have a lot of great positive things that are going on across the planet. So I've chosen to look at more positive things than negative things, and that brings up what I saw in the news recently, which is a very powerful story. So on one of these positive news outlet stories, they have a article of a police officer, a white Caucasian police officer, who's sitting down having lunch, and a African-American female patron. And the story goes that she paid for the police officer's meal, and she wrote him a note that I will post right now. And the note says, BLM as in Black Lives Matter, but so does yours. And because of that, I'm going to be paying for your meal. And I thought, how positive of a message is this? You're taking a movement who's doing a lot of good things to reform our society, and you're shedding it in a positive manner. You're spreading a great positive connotation message, and you're also not just empowering that police officer and showing him how much you care about him, but you're also empowering other people to be that change that they ultimately want to see. And I thought this is really positive because, and this was a huge, powerful message, because unfortunately this is not something that was spread through any of the major news media outlets. And we all know that there is a lot of restructuring that needs to change right now. We all know that there's a lot of social injustices that are happening right now, but it's not about the problem, it's about the solution. And so when I thought about today's video, I thought, how powerful would it be to share a story like this? Because this is the epitome of who we are as people. This is what makes us come together as a whole, and this is what ultimately makes our world that we live in a beautiful place to live in. So I really wanted to share this message because it's something that unfortunately we're not going to get a lot of news coverage on, but in my heart of hearts, this is who we are as a society and as a whole. So I wanted to share this message as a video post because for me, this channel is all about positivity. It's all about spreading that hope. It's all about being that person that you want to become, and it's ultimately about doing it together as a whole. And what a better way to do that than with a great positive story like this. So if this video helped you, you enjoyed it, leave a comment. Of course, share this with people who need to hear it. Unfortunately, again, this is a message that it hasn't been shared. This is the first time I'm hearing about this story, and I'll definitely leave a link to the story in the comments below as well for you to go ahead and take a look at. Other than that, if you did get value out of this, give it a thumbs up and ultimately smash that subscribe button that's right there. Buddha appreciates it. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there. Other than that, have a fantastic rest of your Monday. Thank you so much for the support. Peace.